Good morning. Welcome to Time in His Word. I heard a phrase yesterday. Somebody said that they'd been referred to as being old-fashioned. Old-fashioned. What's old-fashioned mean? Does it mean that you just look at things at a different perspective because of the era you were raised in and the way you look at things? Just it's exactly what it means. I think in truth, we need a lot more old-fashioned people and their ideas and the way they look at things that are right and wrong in this world, and it would make a huge difference in the way things are going, the way people are doing and going about living their lives. As I talked with this individual, I got the feeling that you know what, I wouldn't mind being called old-fashioned, because as I listened to what they were saying as to why they were being called out for some of their views and stance on things in the world nowadays, marriage and just the whole range of topics there. But as we talked, we got to talking about, and this person is a strong Christian lady, and she said, if my beliefs in the Bible that make up who I am and how I look and perceive to be what is wrong dubs me as old-fashioned, they said, I'll gladly wear that title. And that's why I say I think we need some more old-fashioned type people to stand up and say, to call out stuff that's wrong, that society is trying to tell us, oh, that's okay, things are changing, you have to change with society. No, I don't. Because just like this individual, the Bible makes up who she is, it's the same with me as a Christian. The teachings of the Bible is my character, it's my core. It makes up who I am, and the way I perceive things is to being right and wrong. Because if you believe one verse in the Bible, you have to believe the whole Bible. You can't pick and choose. And you'll hear some people say, well, because God came and died on the cross, Jesus came and died on the cross, that cancels out the Old Testament. The way I see things, no, it doesn't. The Old Testament is full of prophecy and rules and laws and stuff that the New Testament fulfilled. So they're intertwined. So in other words, that's why I say, and I've heard preachers say, if you believe one verse, you have to believe all the verses in the Bible. You cannot pick and choose. Because you can easily pick and choose verses to support the stance you have for something when overall Scripture says it's wrong. You can always misrepresentate a Scripture to do that. But then we're warned in Revelations that you don't take away and you don't add to this book. So with that warning, if you try and make a scripture fit into what you're wanting to do that is wrong, aren't you adding to or taking away from this book as we're warned? So just think about that today. Like I said, would it be a badge of courage if somebody called you old-fashioned because of some of the things that society has told us it's okay to do, but you as a Christian and the belief you have in the Bible and the teachings of Jesus, that you just say, no, that's not right, and here's why it's not right. It's kind of like the other day when I asked about which road are you going to travel on, the one that's less traveled or the one that shows a lot of traffic on it. And it comes back to that choice again. And that choice is the road that's less traveled is going to have more hardships on it because you're going to be going against the crowd. Just like if you're called old-fashioned nowadays, it'd be the same. It's the same idea, because because of your beliefs and the way you see things, you speak up and you say, that's wrong. I can't agree with that. Get you in trouble, might lose some friends, but at the same time, why should you give up your principles and beliefs just to get along with society, then that makes you, then you've caved. Then what's that say about your character? You're not as strong as you thought you were. So just, excuse me, just think about that today. Like I said, I'd find it a badge of honor to be considered old-fashioned in my beliefs and the way I look at things.